All right, I'm going to make another shop tour of our main shop where I worked most of my life with my brother, my cousin, and my son now. It is a diesel truck repair shop where we've done a lot of rebushing and uh, general maintenance on trucks. We're going to walk over there here in a second and I'll show you the inside of that shop. Thanks for watching this. Okay, we're over at the main business shop here. I spent a lot of years in here with my son and cousin brother. This is first thing. This is a stove I built in 1993, and it's all made of a telescoping uh, gas station sign that goes up and holds the main sign up above. This front door. It's a end of out of a tank that was produced downtown, and they made tanks and stuff. So we got hold one and used it as a door. This thing has a fan on the back that sucks air through this tube right here and goes into the square tubing in the back, or rectangular tubing, and blows out the front of the stove to move air around. It works out pretty good. It's a nice stove. Burn a lot of wood through there. This is our Cat forklift. We've redid the cylinder, the main boom cylinder. Now both the tilt cylinders are leaking real bad, so this is being repaired right now. We're waiting for the cylinders to come back. And a welding table here that I built, but most of it's my brother sits here and does paperwork and stuff on it. But it was a nice welding table. I built this years ago. And then these roofs in here. This one was off of the green chain over our mill years ago, where I worked under this one, and the one in the back also was a roof that came out of the mill over there, and it had the band resaw and a small planer molder in it. I run the resaw quite a few times. It was a 54-inch band resaw with a tilting table so you can make bevel siding and stuff. Old buildings, they were built in around 1957, 8. Then are some of our supplies with nuts and bolts and uh, spray, lubricants, all kinds of stuff just sitting right here. Now I'll walk into the other wing here. We have some metal stored on a rack, and the old equipment we have in here, we use it quite a bit. We'll start down here. We bought this equipment from a guy that was getting rid of his shop, and this was it's about I think it was 2 by 10-inch stones on it. And it works pretty good. It's just not that great of a looking machine, but it works really good. It's got plenty of horsepower and stuff. We use that quite a few times. Everything in here is 3-phase 480. Then here's the old Sebastian lathe, 1942. I made a lot of stuff with this lathe. It is about a 16 by 72-inch lathe. It has a reversible carriage, get right on the carriage, and it actually has a clutch handle that you could engage and disengage the carriage right here with this handle. It was kind of nice to use that. It's dirty and old, but it did serve its purpose for us. Then we got the old Cincinnati 24-inch drill press. This probably came out of a shop someplace that had a line shaft drive to it. It's worked pretty good. Its spindle's bent a little bit or something in that thing, but just for, not accurate work and stuff, it was a nice machine. The table goes up and down, and you can swing the table on here too. and spin it wherever you want it. And it had an auto down feed. Nice old machine. They just don't build anything like that anymore. Not at all. Then we have an old Johnson bandsaw. I've cut a lot of material with that thing. It's works really good. Had that for years. My uncle and I went down to an auction down in San Andreas, California, looking at a mill carriage for our sawmill, and we picked this up, brought this back. We didn't get the carriage. Then over here, we have our shop press. This thing is pressed a lot of bushings out for Hendrickson stuff. I revamped this. This was a military Navy press. It had a hand pumper on it. And then I used that, but I put a little extra pressure on the hand pump with a Porter Power unit and blew the valving out of it stuff. So I had to redo this. We put a D8 cat cylinder on there that is for tilting the blade or swiveling the blade. And I redid the whole top here, welded the plates and bosses on there. And then we put a 3-horse hydraulic power pack on here with the valving and stuff. And like I said, we've done a ton of Hendrickson stuff. There's some bushings of stuff right up there on the shelf that we do these. We have people from Washington State, Oregon, even Idaho, and stuff that come over here for us to do the rebushes because we can do it faster and cheaper than anybody around anywhere. And we get the job done in a few hours and they can be on their way instead of several days at most places. And some of our hoses and stuff here for water hose for trucks. A little bit of steel and stuff we use for a little bit of fabricating. So I used to do a lot of fabricating years ago, all kinds of different things. We'll go back out here for a second. I want to show you a couple things, other things I built. Get a fairly close up here. You can see mostly the whole thing of this hoist that I built. This was handmade here by me. We've got a 3-ton 480 volt chain hoist on there and some heavy duty wheels on the bottom. We can roll that around, I've picked up engines out of trucks with that thing, no trouble at all. But that's about it over here. Don't have much else in here but our toolbox. There's that Cat V50C forklift. It's been a good one. Got that thing for $1,000 and it's been a really good machine for that money. Oh yeah, and then there's the Lincoln SP200. Did a lot of welding with that thing. All kinds of welding. And then over here we do have another stick welder. This was a 350 amp 3-phase. I think this was a Hobart. I'd have to get down there and look at it. But that's kind of a quick tour here. I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that I did a lot of work in this building for years. Big part of my life. So I hope you enjoy this little shop tour, and I'll get it loaded up pretty quick here and send it out to YouTube so you guys can watch it. Thank you for watching. Bye.